cap for the free loot points. 2 of them if you do it by yourself.
Ooh, I'll do it.
There you go.
I don't know what happened last session.
That is true. So
there was dinosaurs, general tomfoolery, Derek got a lot of damage taken even though there was no combat at all. He's not good with animals.
Yeah, I might want to animal handling.
you lost a hand.
And then got back immediately.
Yeah, he got better. There's a love triangle that we're gonna meddle in.
A newt. She turned you into a newt.
I
got better.
Yeah, that's all I know. I don't know what else happened.
Who wants to jump in and fill more things in?
Well, so we were basically resumed after the assassins and kidnappers had just been dealt with. The party was scattered between the boat and where Alvin was at his home. There was a loud explosion that occurred, and it was basically a chase to figure out what was going on with that. It led us to Rorschach's rack, where we found a hole blown into the wall with ice alongside it. There was shenanigans at the Rorschach's rack involving someone getting extremely drunk and people getting very sidetracked, and then we departed back to the house since the trail left back to Alvin's manor.
Checked every fucking room in the house.
Where we had to go through all the different rooms in the house, eventually finding that my kids were inside one of the closets, and Alvin doesn't think anything bad happened, but for those outside of Alvin's influence, it was because Randavius tried to get into the strip club. But it was definitely not subtle.
No.
And that's where we basically left off in here in the room discussing.
I mean, it must be hard for Randavius to try and learn to control all that psychic potential by himself with nobody to guide him.
Can you blame Randavius for wanting to go to that place?
What place?
The strip club?
No, I mean, he's a horny teenager. What do you expect?
Try all you might to guilt trip me. I will always feel like I made the right choice in that situation.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm even referencing. I just had this thought, because sometimes I have thoughts like how I wish the story would go, but how it never, ever, ever ends up going. And I'm like, what if Alvin was like, Randavius is a danger to himself, and he's going to send him under an alias to go to the school run by Rorschach without letting him know or her know.
That's scary. Not gonna pull that one.
I didn't think so, but it sounds delightful.
And he got to try to hone in his own skills by working with me along when we were digging out the quarry on the right side of the city, which is now going to become the underground district of the city. So
Alvin, Empire Maker.
You know it.
Nobody's worried about this at all. 2
established towns already. The mining town and the lumber yard. I mean...
Yeah. And so it brings us back to what you guys are discussing.
Don't go committing genocide on tieflings.
Waiting for Trevor.
Why would I commit genocide on tieflings? Hold on.
I don't know. It's something random that came into my head.
I don't hate... Alvin doesn't hate any particular race. He just
Alvin actually wants to collect one of all.
He needs to collect all of them. Move into his town.
For more than one reason.
He hates people who try to assassinate him and people who run things like just in a bad way. That's what he hates. He doesn't hate Pete. He doesn't hate a race, but he's not racist. Okay.
He does not agree. He does not kind of prefer Ulford people, though.
Sorry. it's something that came up in my head. I don't know.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Like,
You
tell
don't
you-
prefer Ulford people though.
is that the town to the north of us?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like them just because I've met like 6 groups of assassins from there, and 3 of them were directed at me, and I'm like, I just don't like you anymore.
So Shraga went off to do Shraga things.
Shaga made to make sure his boat is okay.
I assume your horsey is gonna go away for this.
My horse exists forever, but the horse can leave the room, yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Hans.
And whoever I'm assuming you have some sort of doorman.
Yeah, and we also need to bring the princess in here and wake her up.
Yeah, let's go get her and prepare. You guys have time to prepare for what you're gonna prepare for Trevor Martin's arrival.
Yeah.
And where do you plan to meet him in the study?
It's a private location, and my whole building is anti-divination, so
there you
no one can look into my house. So meeting him here means no one can peer on us via divination nor listen in.
Meta, I have a very important question.
Yes.
Do all bathrooms have anti-divination?
I don't think
I would
so, 'cause
assume not. Just I feel like that would be insanely expensive. Like
It's
nice
actually-
establishments would.
This is a moral question. It's not a logistics question.
It is a
not
logistics
ex-
question.
It's not extremely expensive. It is. It just requires a very skilled adventurer, because it requires a 7th level adventurer to be able to cast that.
How many
So you're
7th
just
level
allowing
adventurers
people
are
to
out there?
peep into bathrooms?
Well, it's hard to find casters who are 7th level.
Yeah,
I'm
and
a
what
7th
level
level
do you have to be to
caster.
cast Scry or whatever?
Scrying is 10th. Is no 5th, so it's 5th, 9th level. You need to be a 9th
So
level
you think there's
caster.
gonna be a lot of 9th level people who've gotten that far in life who are like, with all
Scrying a 3rd level
the
spell?
kingdoms I can topple, I'm gonna peep on people. I mean,
Is
I feel
Scrying
it's like
3rd?
it's the Superman dilemma.
Scrying's
Like
a 5th
Superman
level
has
spell.
X-ray vision, but you don't see Superman peeping into bathrooms. Like,
Yeah, that's why you have to be a 9th level caster to be able to cast it. So you have to be a
Yeah.
level 9 in a caster class to cast Scrying. That's why I was.
I
saying
mean,
not a-
Eric is a level 10 caster.
Yeah, but so in general D&D terms, most adventurers lie around being level 5 because they have a difficulty going after creatures beyond that. So you don't find a lot of people like in like the older D&D editions. They talk about how anyone beyond a 5th level is already starting to become a hero, because that is ridiculously high levels and a lot of skill behind your capabilities.
Fireball.
So the TLDR is I have to be wary of people peeping on me in the bathroom in your world, is what you're saying.
I
Eric will ever do
suppose,
that.
but like, it's highly unlikely.
Listen, I'm just asking the important questions.
Okay. Don't worry, Derek does not do that. I don't know. Well, I hope Alvin doesn't.
I have clairvoyance to spy on different things for other reasons, not look at someone, peep on someone in a bathroom.
Yes. Now, should that come up in an actual gameplay setting, the spell would just fail. But in the
Yeah.
world at large, like, I don't feel like that's too common for that to be a precaution everywhere would take.
Yeah, I use clairvoyance to look on certain locations when I'm a distance away. I don't try to use. I don't even have scrying because Alvin's doesn't have 5th level spells yet. He's on 4th level spells.
So, what are we doing again? I know, so we're waiting
You're
for Trevor
preparing
Moore,
for
right?
Trevor.
We need Leoriel to be in the office, so we
Okay,
can
dude.
wake her up. And do you want to go get her?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
She's behind the Hydra.
Yes.
All right. You can use
I'm
another
going.
hand.
to knock on the door and say,
There's no door. That wall's gone.
I'm going to yell past Miss Lippy. Just so you know, we're gonna need you in the office now, Princess Lauriel.
She's passed out.
No, she's awake now.
Oh, she's
And
awake now.
she's plastered against the back of the couch, just staring at Miss Lippy, who is just doing Miss Lippy things. Like, she's not being particularly menacing, but she is.
Scared
She
of
woke
her.
up to this after what had happened and is very confused. And she just
That's
goes,
fair.
"Can you get rid of the Hydra?"
I'm gonna go back in. Hey Alvin, I only want to know if we can get rid of the Hydra.
Oh, just have Miss. Oh, yeah, I mean, I can just ask Miss Lippy to move to the other side of the room. Miss Lippy, can you come over here for now?
Do you have any Lippy points?
Hydra points?
Yeah.
I have 35.
You could spend a Hydra point to just make that automatic.
Okay.
What is a Hydra point?
It's points that we got really early on based on our interactions with Miss Lippy when we were first bringing her over to our side. That
okay.
basically you could spend Hydra points to ask Miss Lippy to do something without
Having to roll
making-
animal handling.
making any rolls. So yeah, I'm just gonna have her move over to here so that Leoriel can get up.
She does, and she kind of nestles down and goes to sleep and tucks her heads in, and you notice honey leaking onto the carpet.
I'm going to regret giving her that wand. She always takes the wand. And Alvin will look to Leoriel, and since I remember she can't speak normally, I'll just do a message and be like, "All right, you can come over here now. Everything should be fine at this point. We'll basically be waiting with you until what's his name?
Trevor?
Trevor gets here. Yes. So come on in the office. We can wait there.
All right. Where is the mute Leoriel going? That totally did not scream before because I forgot the plot. I never said I was a good DM. I'm just better than some bad DMs.
I'll look to her and be like, "Do you want to introduce yourself right off the bat, or do you want me to introduce you in after we've had a opening conversation? What would you prefer, Princess?"
She looks around. Does she have telepathy with you?
I'm using basically constantly re-upping message on her.
Is that the one?
That's where you get basically you could keep using sentences back and forth talking to each other.
Is that the 25 character one?
No, that's no character limit. It's just
Okay.
messages. You get to speak a message to them.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
I
says-
just put it in the chat.
Yes. She says, that you should make the introduction.
Okay, I can do that.
And
I
she
can
asks
do
if you're going to tell him about the assassins.
Oh, he will be informed of what's going on. It's not something I'm just gonna look past when a bunch of assassins show up in my house.
And boat.
It's not my boat. That's Shraga's boat.
Well, I imagine Shrag is saying, and boat.
And but
But
Is Straga still at the strip club?
no. Maybe now he went back
Yeah.
to go get more
Oh
alcohol.
yeah, that's right. He's not here.
He's like, we need to have high quality booze when Trevor gets here, and he just.
And I was like, why did you go to the? Just thinking, like, why'd you go to the strip club? There's better alcohol in the barracks.
That's true.
There's like there's like what? There was like a 1,500 gold bottle
I think
of
there was,
whiskey
yeah.
at my house, in there. So
Your office.
in my office, yeah. So yes, I will inform him of what has happened here today, and we'll see how he wishes to proceed with that. With all of that, because it is his butler, not of my.
But it is your
concern.
city,
It is my city,
and it was
but we
attempted
don't have
murder.
definitive proof that it was directly him. We just saw a lot of other bird people show up, so I can't just say that. That would be.
You do have a prisoner.
Yes. So if we interrogate them, we could try to figure out something, but I can't just immediately jump to the conclusion of what was going on, even though I do know that because of my insight roll I got on the butler that he was very much not wanting me to get past him at all. So,
And where are you going to position yourselves?
I'm sorry.
well, I don't really remember where the entrance to my office is at this point.
You just will make one up.
Okay.
So mostly just orient yourself within this space. They come from somewhere over here, I guess.
Okay.
Somewhere to the south.
Be further in the back over here so that I'll have her step forward and be introduced to him. However you two wish to place yourself in the lineup, feel free. As well as
So I guess Alvin doesn't know how to count.
well, yeah, I forget you because you were quiet for a while. So, but yes, Lucy, wherever you wish to be as well.
Oh yeah, Lucy's up here.
Yes. Alvin knows how to count, but he's currently dealing with everyone on the floor, and you're way up there on the shelf. He's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Why does that feel like I'm missing someone? Oh, there we are. But yes, so yeah, I will introduce myself to him. Derek, it would probably be best that you do say your hellos second, due to the fact that you are just do a quick hello and ask how he's doing, since you and him have met before. I will get through introductions with everyone, and I will introduce the princess after we've gone through all of that. That is, it will either leave Trevor to speak with the princess for a short period of time, depending on what he would like to do at first. But we do need to bring up the assassination attempt and whether it was just assassination or was it kidnapping for additional purpose. I do not know, but best that we inform him of that information so he can give his point of view on what we should do about that. Does anyone wish to make an amendment to how we are going to run this meeting? Or... Okay.
And then your butler shows up, whoever that is.
I lost track of who my butler is at this point.
We know your cook is back.
My cook is back. I don't remember who my butler is because I don't think we've assigned my butler a name and image yet. So,
What about
And-
your butler's butler?
but they also should be brought in the fact that I do have 14 new staff moved in to work around the house because no one works the distant estate anymore. They all work here because the distant estate is turned into the mining town.
And Trevor
but
Marin arrives.
Trevor! It's a pleasure to see you once more.
Alvin, it's always quite profitable to know you.
How are you doing today? I'm terribly sorry to disturb what you were doing over in Watoon.
Oh, I say, getting some of them out of the city, it's done wonders.
It's good to hear. But I believe you remember Derek. He was, you met him when we were dealing with the problem.
Hello, Trevor.
Hello, Derek. And he nods his head deferentially.
We have a couple of new people here that are working with Shulker. I should introduce you real quick. That is
Yes,
Adana.
Vazaloth and Adanavar. Good to meet you.
Oh, you've met them.
Oh, no, but I know of them.
This has to do with that 1,700 gold. I meant to talk to Shulker about that. That makes sense. This is a new acquaintance up there. That is Lucy. But I
Good day, good sir.
without further delay, may I present to you the Princess Leoria?
What about Lucy up on the shelf there, or did you forget one of your companions?
I just said
Oh, did he?
she just introduced Lucy as well.
Oh.
His meta just zoned out there for a second, completely ignored my existence. Cool.
I think I zoned out from everything. It happens. It's been a week.
I get that.
See, you get it.
It's fair.
ADHD is a hell of a thing.
Oh boy, yeah.
I was trying to make
Because-
you included, Matt.
I introduced him.
And I was included. You just included me.
And he said, "Good day, sir."
I said, good day, good sir.
Good
day.
good sir. And of course, the one who I've called you to introduce you to on this day, Princess Leoria.
And he... Jesus Christ. I don't care, Oculus.
I should inform you, do you have the ability to telepathically speak to someone?
Inna speaking, yes.
You were going to need to do that because she sacrificed her voice just to be able to see you.
Ah. Yes. I can speak with her. Is this room at my disposal?
Of course.
And he says, Leoriel, if you are so inclined, let's be seated.
Yeah, and he'll let you use... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's probably seats around here, the whole place. And I'll let them have their
Is
conversation.
everybody leaving, or are people... What are we doing?
It's probably best we give the two of them a moment.
I mean, you're
I'm
not
gonna take one
wrong.
of the cats with me.
Huh?
If we leave, I'm taking
Roll
one of the
animal
cats
handling?
Why?
Oh no.
with me. What's the worst that'll happen?
You lose a hand.
Or an eye.
9. That was only because it was Miss Lippy. Oh, the eye, yeah. I'm seeing a Captain Marvel.
Yeah, so you try and pick one up, and it just scratches the shit out of your arm, and then hisses and runs away.
Mm.
That went better than I expected.
Yeah, honestly, not bad. So they are talking in there, doing their thing. What are you guys doing out here while that's going on?
Brooding.
Well, I do hope that they are able to head off pretty well. That goes well.
Yes, it would be It is hopeful that they do hit it off.
I hope they don't make too much of a mess in there.
Oh my god.
I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
If that was what they were doing, they should have told me there's spare rooms upstairs.
He,
Everyone knows it's more fun when you're not supposed to be doing it in a certain location.
If they ruin any of the papers that I had on my desk, I'm not going to be very happy.
that room is soundproof, right? They can't hear us?
If you want to make sure they can't hear, I mean, it's very difficult to hear in this place now that I've placed the private sanctum inside here, but if you want to ensure that they don't hear anything we say, best we head over to the dining room, or the dining room would be the best place to just sit for the time being if we want to discuss things.
Because, I think you might kill us if you heard what we just said.
Derek, roll dexterity save.
Alright.
And roll a perception
No.
check.
Who?
Derek.
Oh, Derek, roll a perception.
So you think
Not
you notice
even
something flash at your foot as you trip, fall forward, and face plant for 5 damage.
What did you say? Sorry.
You believe you see something flash over your foot for just a quarter of a second before you go sprawling face first into the ground.
What the bloody hell did I just trip on?
I do not see what you tripped on, friend.
I saw something flash underneath my foot for a second, and now it's gone. I think Trevor may have heard me.
Then I best believe that you should probably not talk about anything else until you walk away from the door. It is a good idea. And Adonovar will walk over here.
Alright.
Yeah, if you want to, that's what Elvin was suggesting, is to go into this room.
Oh, okay.
It's on the opposite side of the house.
Alright, so after you guys have bullshitted for a while, Leoriel and Trevor open the door and they look around. Are those doors open or are those doors
Yes,
closed?
they would be open.
Oh, Alvin, I believe we've come to an accord. And she kind of like does this like thing like this and holds up her hand, and it's got a black diamond, but it is a substantial black diamond.
Oh, I see. Then I believe congratulations are at hand.
Yes, I will call for my butler to escort Leoriel home.
Perhaps one of us should go with them just in case.
About that, did Leorio speak? I don't believe Leorio spoke to you about this. Not long after I contacted you, we actually, there was an attempt on her life.
You look all concerned, and I assume you handled that. For that, I owe you a favor.
Are you aware of your butler's feelings towards you, Trevor?
My butler's feelings towards me.
Yes.
He's getting a crush on you.
Ah,
And,
I'd call it more of an obsession, actually.
that would explain a lot.
yes, he basically was barring me from talking to you about Miss Leorio and refused to allow her to speak with you. And not long after my contact I contacted him to try to get to you, and he barred me. That's why I used sending to bypass him. And soon after, I had an assassin, a bird-like person similar to your butler, show up here attempting to kidnap Leorio.
Is
And
anybody
do-
else like to add in from the people who also encountered assassins?
We also encountered Eric Hooker assassins on the boat as well before we got here.
Yes, there were many. A few escaped. We have one in the prison. He is locked up in cell. Or
And
they are locked up in cell. I do not know, remember if it was male or female or whatever. But they are in cell. We have not talked to them yet.
if I have to, I plan on I'm going to try to get some answers from him if anyone would like to help
Alvin.
me.
Yes.
Do you have somebody where you can take Leoriel that is safe?
What are you? Somebody who could take her
Yes.
where it's safe?
Yes. We can get to the bottom of this very quickly, but you know.
Well, I could take her to Rakoge for the time
Oh
being.
no, we just needed short time.
Oh, then
Perhaps with your wife.
Yes, she's at her work. I can take Leorio to her for the time being, and then we can figure this out. That works.
All right.
So, do you want me? Do you want me to just? I'll take her over there. And do you want to meet somewhere, or do you want me to come? Are you going to follow us there?
I think you can just send her with Miss Lippy.
Okay. And Alvin will look over at Miss Lippy and be like, Miss Lippy, could you take Leorio to go visit Terry at her work?
She looks at you and she raises the honey thing. And then she brings it to her chest.
You want to keep it?
And she nods vigorously.
But you need to behave and not go crazed with it.
Oh, they
okay?
nod their heads. All the heads are nodding up and down, and she's stomping a little bit on the ground with her feet.
Very well. I will allow you to be in possession of the honey wand from this point on.
Forbidden puppy.
So she kind of like stands up all like straight and tall and regally with all her head, and she kind of like walks like not like a prance, but like, you know, somebody who feels like they're self-important and they're trying to put on a show, and walks over to Leoriel and kind of like goes down on her knees so that she can climb up.
Leorio, it'll be fine. Don't worry. Miss Lippy is a good girl. She won't do anything to you.
She bit off my hand though.
Miss Lippy.
That's because you touched the no-no spot.
So Miss Lippy growls at Derek and then turns around and licks L'Oreal on the face.
She bit my arm.
Okay, that is something that I have told her before, because we've had assassins show up to my house and I've told her to attack people she doesn't know. That's one's on me, so you can blame me on that one. She was also in a defensive position to ensure Leoriel's safety in case more assassins showed up. So she was double guarded at that point.
So they ride away all pompously and regally, and you just see all of the heads like kind of like do this corkscrew wrapping thing around Leoriel. So it kind of looks like the threaded side of a bolt, with all the heads coming out on top around her. And all the heads are splayed out, looking left and right at the top of this little tower of neck.
Don't kill them. You really want to go to war with Alvin?
You really want to go to war
No,
with
I was
Trevor Marin?
I was not going to do that. I bet that can make the campaign a little bit more interesting.
At that point, I'm snapping my fingers and getting the vampires here.
Yeah. So
Polymorph.
Oh my god.
All right.
T-Rex.
Where shall we head to, Trevor?
Oh, we don't need to go anywhere. And you just see him start waving his hands, and you see black smoke. You can't see through it, so I don't know exactly smoke, but you got the concept just
Black
coalescing.
Is it magical darkness?
Kind of.
I can see through magical darkness.
Kind of.
So-
You see through it, but there's nothing there yet. You just, when you look into it, you see darkness. I don't know how to
Okay.
explain it. You can see
14.
you can tell you're seeing through a
I am
cloud
not
into
level
something that has
14.
darkness behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
And it opens up and it keeps expanding. And then you see it crush down. And you see it pop up in front of you. 1 second. There's so many maps.
Whose fault is that? What do you mean? I don't know who you're talking about. Ah,
A hacking and coughing and wheezing Boof, the butler.
oh,
We're here because your plan to assassinate the princess has failed.
can't just assume right off the bat.
Dusts himself off. Why,
That was
I
v-
would never.
Give it up, you're going to gay baby jail.
Uncouth as always.
Of course. It's my thing.
I'm going to try and lightly and say, we tortured one of the assassins and they told us everything.
Roll deception.
Why are you
Sorry.
flat out lying?
No, no. One of my family would never crack under one of yours. You see the lengths they are willing to go to lie.
Poor choice of wording there,
Trevor.
buddy.
Trevor, you see.
I'm gonna cut you off here. You just admitted he's one of yours.
And Trevor goes, you did. Alvin, and Trevor Myers, and it says, Alvin,
Hmm?
this is your jurisdiction, but may I proceed as I see fit?
Attempt of harming several people and breaking and entering into the mail house, assassination attempt on several people. If accounts prove correct, then there is significant punishment. So, Trevor, if you see fit, I will do as you wish.
And Doodles, no, and he takes a potion, and you see him raise his hand and hold Butte just by the collar and pour this potion down his neck, and you see him glow and flash, and he has this slight golden aura before Trevor throws a crystal on the ground, which shatters and a hole opens up. Do you look through the hole?
Yes?
You see a room that appears to be made of hot coals on all sides, and imps with little blades dancing around, and he drops Buth in, and the hole seals behind him as Buth screams.
Oh. That was eventful.
Where did you just send him to?
I believe that looks like he sent him into the underworld. Hell.
Yeah, gay baby jail.
Oh. Like, remind me never to get on Trevor's wrong side.
Oh, trust me,
Bad side.
you wouldn't need a reminder.
Oh wait, you didn't hear what I said while you were in the study, were you? Did you?
He just stares at you.
Albert just looks at you with like this glare, and he's like, You just said, let me just remind me never to cross you, and you immediately start trying to omit something, and you've got a lot to learn about shows of. Okay.
So, congratulations on your Anglorio.
I expect a wedding invitation.
Oh, I'm sure when you get the submarine you were promised, we can all be down there together.
I just hope that the King of the Sea won't be too mad.
Oh, I think a partnership with me you will find quite lucrative.
I was about to say, the mage, based on what you've told me, mage versus him.
Yes, it seems, Alvin, I've got another leg up in our little race.
What? Oh. I see.
We both know.
Of course. Yeah, you've got one up on me on that one. Well played.
So, what now?
Well, I mean, now
I will send someone to collect your prisoner, if that is all right. I'm sure I will be able to handle the remainder. With your leave, of course.
did any of you need anything with that prisoner? That would be
I mean, I didn't even know you had a prisoner, so.
I have no reason for prisoner, but of course it's up to captain. Whether or not prisoner is no longer needed, but if problem solved here, I believe it'd be fine. But it'd be bad to make choice for captain, would it not?
If you guys all approve, we'll assume the captain approves. For convenience of story.
Okay. None of ours fine with it. He doesn't need the prisoner for any reason.
I mean, it'd be concerning if Lucy needed the prisoner for anything.
That's true.
Derek, you have any reason to keep a prisoner?
No.
Okay.
Then I will handle it. Do not concern yourself.
Well, I was hoping I'd figure out what this would do by feeding it to him, and he pulls out the vial with the worm in it.
I'm going to step over here. I don't want to deal with anything like that. Nope.
Oh, do not let that... Oh, my. I do not know where you acquired that thing, but... Can you at least leave town before you open that vial? And don't go near Watun either, or Baru's Keep for that matter. Yeah, please don't go anywhere where I have an establishment. Please.
Just open it in our enemy's territory,
what
you
did
know.
you do, Trevor?
Oh, oh my god. I do not know. Fools of you do not need to know.
If you don't tell me right now, I'm going to open it right here.
If you open it, you're never coming back to Safe House ever again.
Derek, make a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe I should have done that. Oh no!
You fall immediately asleep as Trevor just clicks one finger. His finger just goes.
Alvin looks over at Trevor and is like, I should be concerned about that, shouldn't I?
Someone should
He'll
take
sleep
that
it
jar
off.
away from him.
Yes, that I do not recommend keeping it in the city. It's getting out an infestation is never great.
Oh, so it's like some kind of parasite.
And then
Not
we'll
parasite.
pick up the jar and be like, I hold on to until we leave, and then he can have it back. If he opens jar, I slap him in the face. All good?
So if alright, so pretty much we can use it to like destroy a town if we ever need to.
Some people.
Is he talking in his sleep?
No, Trevor says some people, lesser people than us, Alvin,
Yes.
will consume such things. So it's usually not worth the trade-off.
Oh, lovely.
At least in my opinion.
Okay, so that's understandable. So I'll make sure to inform him not to consume said thing and only worry about it. Should he even use it in general?
Depends on how desperate he is for what it offers.
Fair enough. Thank you for that information. I'll keep that in mind in case I ever see one of those again. Oh boy. So it is thing you eat? Doesn't look very
Some
pleasant.
would eat it.
Doesn't look very pleasant.
No, I've been told the taste is quite foul.
Ugh. You'll never catch me eating this.
One of your likeness, I would not expect to have that kind of desire.
I will take that as compliment because I do not understand the phrasing of that. But is there anything we need to do to get ready for going to claim submersible vehicle?
Well,
No,
depends. The little rodent seemed intent on attending a wedding.
Do we need to get things together for wedding as well? I am not
No,
very...
I will, of course, take care of that, but it will take a few weeks for something so grand as I feel is appropriate.
Call me a rodent again and you aren't getting a wedding gift.
And what
thought-
wedding gift do you think you could give to me? You're not presupposed to threaten me.
Well, if you call me a rodent again, I'm not getting you anything.
You have strange friends, Alvin.
I mean, honestly, they just keep showing up. There's a lot of new people.
If you want me to leave, I can just go.
No, it's fine. I don't mind. It's literally it's more along the lines of every time I turn my head down, I feel like someone else shows up to my door, and I'm like, "Who? What are you here for now?" And it's just like a lot of people keep showing up.
Where is he? Fuck timing. Fuck.
It's the
Where
de
is he?
facto. You're just the de facto hub at this point. Safe Falls is, and Alvin just does all the favors.
Yeah,
You're like everyone's dad.
You're the Godfather.
I'm the
Alvin's the
Godfather.
Godfather.
Oh! Who's there?
Did someone call for me?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So, I believe I will take my leave unless you have anything. I do owe you a favor. If this should be our time to collect.
I don't quite have something at the moment, but I'll keep that in mind.
Then until we do business again, Alvin. And he holds
Of
out his
course.
hand.
I reach out to shake it as well.
And companions, I wish you the best. Even the rodent. And he walks out the door.
Thin fucking ice.
I don't think
That was gonna knit him a nice sweater too.
I don't think he cares very much for whether or not you get him present.
I was gonna make him a present. Now he's not getting anything from me. I've been told I make nice sweaters too.
Well, okay.
And Derek, you wake back up.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have threatened to open that, even if it was going to be a lie. 'Cause if
Yes, from what I have gotten, threatening him is like threatening Dragon that you're going to slap its face. Dragon is not going to care very much that you slapped it.
it would probably care a lot if a monk did it. Like 6 times.
Maybe if Monk did it, but you, I don't think it would care very much if you slapped in face.
Yeah, not really care. I'd
you-
probably cast a fireball.
You just saw him retrieve a whole ass person from somewhere he didn't know where he was at the time. Like, he wouldn't have known, like, just automatically where this guy was, and just whole ass transport him from wherever the fuck he was in the world to right in front of you with a spell.
Gate.
Gate is capable of doing something.
I could go for a
In
minute.
the
Sorry.
gate. Oh.
All fixed.
What happened? What happened to Derek?
He had to go for a moment.
Yes, so, we must wait. Is there anything that we need to do? Are we waiting for the wedding to completely finish? Is that what we're doing now?
I don't know. I'm just kind of tagging along.
I am very confused. He's like, are we supposed to go? Are we supposed to stay? Are we supposed to,
Looks at Alvin.
Depends if you want to wait to cash in for the wedding or if you want to go cash in and do your adventure. And you may or may not be back in time. That is this party's choice.
Oh, I doubt we'll be back on time.
I doubt we'll be back in time.
Yeah, we won't be on time.
So that is the question. Is the loot more important?
Is loot important or is wedding? Do we want to take a couple weeks and be at the wedding? That is question that we are faced with.
They both sound fun, like grand royal wedding, treasure.
For the brownie points from Mr. Guy. What was his name? Trevor?
Trevor Marin.
Just make 10 million different hand gestures while we're at it.
Yeah.
10 gestures.
Trevor Marin maybe Alvin should inform you guys about Trevor Marin a bit more. He's rather an important figure in the world.
I'm still debating if I'm gonna write that Lucy met Trevor in the backstory.
I mean,
Because I mean, Lucy would be a person of interest, you know, being a fairy in the
Yeah.
wrong realm and all.
that's true. Well, in the end, Trevor has connections across most of the world, and he's older than. He's the oldest being that I've met. I'm not sure whether or not he is. He's not mortal like most people.
Is Tremius older?
I don't know if.
Why do I hear Skyrim music?
That's just background music.
I don't know. Well, like. I don't know if Tremius is old. Tremius might be slightly older, but I know Trevor's pretty old, comparatively.
Yeah. Older than your wife.
Yeah. He also runs a lot of different experiments on different things.
So he's a scientist.
Scientists. Yes, there's a lot behind him that I don't quite understand yet. But he helps me with quite a few things, so I trust him. It's understandable that some people wouldn't want to trust a man of his standing. Having as many connections as he does, it's unknown how much he would know about any given thing. But he and I are good business partners, and we discuss things here and there. And I haven't had a reason to not believe him in most of our encounters. So, I mean, if I'm not, I was more just to inform you of who you are working with now that you have helped the princess.
Wait, that was a princess?
Princess Theoriel, she's the princess of the Underwater Kingdom.
Oh.
It's very hard to tell that because she did sacrifice several things to be able to walk on land. As she was not naturally capable of doing so.
It reminds me of a book I read. It was like The Little Mermaid or something.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember that being a book that I saw at one point. Didn't read it myself, but was too busy.
I prefer stage play myself.
I was too busy working on the many pieces of magic that I was learning throughout my studies.
Wait.
And commissioning the guy who's writing Romance in Rakogi 2.
Speaking of books,
The Kraken.
you said your name was Alvin.
Oh dear. Yes, that is my name.
Lucy's gonna pull out a piece of paper. Small little piece of paper, just.
Oh no.
Ooh, this one, Romance in Rakoge.
Yes. What of it?
Oh no, I just wanted to make sure it was you. Hi.
Hi. Now, from what you've read, do you understand that that is a fiction and not the truth, correct?
I mean, the library I read it from labeled it as biography, so.
It's not a biography. I could take you to go talk to someone who could attest to the fact that it's not a biography.
Actually, you have fast transport there.
Yes. It's not a biography. And I,
Non-fiction, that's the word I was looking for.
yeah, it's not non-fiction. It's a fiction writing. They took an artistic liberty in what they wanted the story to end up being. The next book, that one is more closer to the truth than this one. I can tell you that.
Oh my god, I just remembered Marx has a copy of the alternate dimension book.
Which
Where
book?
it's the same book, but instead of Alvin, it's fucking what's that bird's name? The player who was here for like 1 or 2 sessions, Roland.
Oh,
Yeah.
Roland. It was Roland instead. But yes, but don't believe everything that's in that book. That's what I'll tell you. Don't believe the book at all. Just it's a good read, but don't believe what's written.
Okay. So when is the novel fan fiction version coming out?
Don't tempt me, Matt.
I'm tempting you. That's the problem.
Wait, you also need to be aware that it is a love triangle book.
It's with Terry is in there as well.
I can't find Terry though. Where's Terry? Dayfall's NPC's got.
And Terry's one of the biggest
There
family.
we go.
Speaking of books,
There,
this is you still owe me a child's book.
I know I do.
This is Terry, the Archmage of Clean Dravanya.
Yes.
How tall is Terry?
Like 3 feet, maybe 4, somewhere in that
Okay,
range.
I am smaller than Terry.
But
Me too.
what? Yeah. What is Alvin a freaking giant now?
Yes.
Really?
He is 6'5".
And you just so you hear a knock, you hear the door open, and you just see Terry huffing. Alvin, why are you sending me princesses?
Because there's an assassin attempting to kill her?
You better hope I don't want to kill her. Who are you hanging out with these days?
That was Princess Leorio of the Ocean
I
Kingdom.
know who she was. You think I'm ignorant?
Okay. Well, she's getting married to Trevor.
Well, of course she is. We should get married again. It's been like 5, 6. How many years has it been?
6 years.
6 years? 6 years?
Yes. Yes, it's been 6 years.
Always working on the city and puking out crystals into the fucking walls. Swear to God, every fucking night, more crystals show up. Swear to God, they're coarse and they get everywhere.
I don't puke crystals in here. I puke crystals out there.
Out here, out there, you think some of them don't end up back in this house and I have to clean them up?
Dude, I clean them up when I wake up. Then the
Roll
remnants are still
luck.
there. Roll luck. Oh dear. Where's
I'm just like furiously scribbling shit down.
8?
You have a
At
few
least
little
Terry's not
teeny
one of
crystals
those,
still
I
on
see
like
any
the
girl.
outside edge of your mouth, and she waves her wand and magics off some of the crystals.
Granted, yes. You've got me there.
Well, I'll be getting freaking James and fucking goddamn people at work today. I give a fucking motherfucker. She just slams the door behind her.
Alvin just
Retail
looks at
fucking businesses. Fuck them.
Alvin just looks over.
Meta, is this a cry for help?
She's just discontented at running a retail store.
Just looks at everyone's like, I'm going to have to bid you all a good evening, as I'm going to go spend the rest of the evening with my wife.
That's your wife?
Yes, it is. She's the other person in that book. Did you not read it?
She is in that book. There is a
Yes.
love triangle, but in that book, Alvin ends up marrying Callian instead of Terry. But there is a love triangle. Romance in Rakoge 2 is going to actually be released in a few weeks. and it's all about Thalrak and Patty.
We need official novels to sell on Amazon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Finn, you wanna write some merch for us? You can have 50% of the proceeds.
That's actually a good cut.
Still owes me a logo, or you still owe me a logo.
Yeah. Read my fan fiction and then we'll talk.
How about this? We'll talk while I read the fan fiction.
But with a cover like that, you gotta admit though, that's a fire cover.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of this that I put together.
God.
When we heard about that book, I was just like, oh,
By Jacob the
no.
bartender. As you
Jacob
can
was
see.
the high-end bartender?
Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Yeah, because we have Mark the mid.
Oh, you need to
tier
go.
bartender.
You got to go back to the episode. It was a mini-sode between seasons, where they went back to Rakoge and they struck up a publishing deal with him, and then Alvin and Callian did a dramatic reading of what would have been in the fan fiction. It was great.
I traded like Alvin was getting super into it, and Callian's like,
Isn't there a short on it as well?
I think there's a small bit of it. Yeah.
Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Twitch or youtube.com/metadog because
you-
it's totally legit.
YouTube has all of the episodes all the way back to the first group meeting in Safe Falls. The Siege of Safe Falls, which ended far differently than you guys anticipated.
oh yeah. When it comes down to it, I am not a big fan of waiting for the wedding. So, if we want to, if that's what the group wants to do is wait for the wedding, we can. I am more than that we get going while the going is good.
Yeah, honestly, we've kind of powered through a lot of stuff, and the people that we need to progress are dangerously absent.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're kind of progression locked here.
Yes.
I mean, do we want to switch storylines then?
No,
To something that was
we'll
supposed to
probably
happen
just
mid-season?
unfortunately, Finn has had the worst of luck and have a really short session 2 times in a row for her. But we do not have anything next weekend because I will be gone for my anniversary.
John's here now.
Oh, he's here now.
Boatman!
I mean, if you want to hop in, we can rearrange and continue.
Or if you need us to stall for 10 minutes, I have a suggestion to something that was supposed to happen
However, I've
during...
not planned out the Mer King's Court at all, so also, I don't have any content for you.
Because, I mean, there was supposed to be something that was in the works during the in-between that never ended up happening
It just never got
with
around.
Marks and Alvin.
I don't think Meta has that ready to go though, because we usually
No,
cleanse that
there was
when
supposed to
needed.
be more content, and then I slipped up in what the butler said, and I'm like, well, yep, he called me on that, so there was a whole cinematic thing going on.
Oh, I was
Like I
gonna
said-
start. I was gonna start using my.
There was
cutting
going to be a
words on the
confession
po-
of love. He was going to reject him. It was going to be
Yeah.
awful.
I was gonna hit him with cutting words to make him so it was harder for the butler to lie.
And then he
He said, "My family." You said it was your family. He pulled a Vin Double Diesel,
He did.
And
It's
ended
all
up-
about family.
and he talked about family. And hi, John.
Hi, John.
Sounds like I missed a bunch.
Yeah,
Yes.
Meta picked a poor choice of words.
Yeah, while you figure out the webcam, why don't somebody tell him what he missed?
So we're basically One big little thing that happened is Miss Lippy now has permanent ownership of the honey wand. Alvin doesn't get that back anymore.
I knew that the moment he offered it to her. I was like, well, good job.
Well, I got it back twice. It's just now she's taking it permanently.
She struck a bargain though. It's not like
Yeah,
she
but-
just took it.
I said that she has to behave and listen to me, and she's like, "Yes, she'll have to do that." So
She's like, shit, I'm doing that anyways without the honey wand. Okay.
And then so the princess and Trevor had a meeting. Trevor gave her a very fancy ring. They are going to get married. They're planning the wedding right now. And right as he was telling us, like, I'll have my butler take her home, I immediately butted in with the fact that the butler may have tried to kill her. She was escorted off to Terry's work by Miss Lippy. The butler was portaled here, and as you were hearing when you were arriving, Meta slipped up with his words and revealed that the assassin really was part of the family of the butler. And he was...
Does that include the dudes who fucking assaulted my fucking ship?
Correct.
Yes. And then he was basically, you know, the warlock fiend ability, hurl through hell.
Yeah.
He did something very similar to the butler.
Well, let that be a lesson. All is fair in love and war, but there are consequences.
There are consequences for your actions. The prisoner on the boat has been claimed by Trevor. He's going to deal with them as he sees fit and handle.
Well, now that we know that they're related to his people, sure, but is he giving us recompense for having, like, one, delivered his wife despite the attempt, and two, having the attempt come from him?
He did give you a favor.
He did give a favor,
Which is quite a thing from
Trevor.
such a man.
Yeah,
But
it
we
is
are-
quite a thing from Trevor, but also it was quite a thing to have his fucking butler try to assassinate us.
Oh no,
while
he's
we're
wiping
bringing
out
him
his entire
wife.
family.
Okay, yeah,
No,
but that's a Trevor issue. We had to deal with this and find it out for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So what was Shraga doing this whole time?
You went back to make sure the boat was in.
No, you didn't even go for drinks.
Oh, you went for drinks.
Did I
That's
find
right.
good drinks?
You found really good drinks, and you decided that you needed to taste test them because you had to have just the perfect wine to impress Trevor, so that it worked out so you get the submersible because he'd want to be in a good mood to date L'Oreal. But you taste tested a few too many vintages, and you kind of lost track of time. But you found the best wine in the city.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have a wedding present then.
We do.
Yeah, you go.
And the upside is, in the end, we do get the submersible for ourselves, as he has struck the deal with the princess.
Oh, yeah.
So we get the submersible, not the mage, and it's not lent to us. It is ours, and we get to keep it.
It may or may not come with a pilot, depending on when certain people are able to join.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's what's up.
And yeah, so we've kind of all decided that we're going to do that, and we're going to see if we make it back in time for the wedding or not. We'll see what happens. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of other content because that was supposed to be probably 40 minutes of back and forth and dialogue, but
Sorry.
Oh, well.
Let's be honest, if Shraga had been there, it would have been.
Probably.
I could have sidetracked us for at least 40 minutes.
How did we start talking about the walruses? This doesn't make any sense anymore.
So
Lucy's just like, I get a feeling it always comes back to walruses with Shraga.
but you may also have a greater appreciation for just how powerful Trevor is.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Sure, seeing a 9th level ability, or a, what is it for Warlocks, like an 18th level ability?
it's an 18th. That's hurl through hell is like a 14th level
Also,
ability.
he was able to
It's fucking impressive.
he was also able to retrieve him without knowing where he was
Cast a 9th level
out
spell.
of thin
Yeah.
air.
I find it more impressive to have him do crazy shit like that than it is to just cast a 9th level spell, because there's so many people who can cast a 9th level spell, whereas there are only very specific people who can hurl you through hell.
He pretty much cast gate.
Yeah, he carried us cascade, and that's what I said. It almost like hurl through hell. He opened a hole in the ground, and there was a bunch of imps down there ready to stab the butler.
With knives, and
as he-
all the walls were made of live coals.
Yeah.
And he
That
also
doesn't sound like a
you
fun
forgot
place.
about what he did before that though.
He poured a potion down his back that made him glow. A golden color, right?
Yeah, a faint golden glow.
A golden glow.
Okay. And so we're cool with him just marrying some chick we found on the street?
Yep.
She's
All right.
obsessed with him.
She's a fucking princess. She can deal with it. Or
Just would've said
as
yes.
the case may be. So we'll fucking see how this... Yeah, we'll never know until we try.
Yeah.
So what did we need me for? Because, I mean, all I have to say so far is good job, everybody. This is going well.
The biggest thing was if you guys wanted to go to the wait for the wedding, or go direct, just go collect your submersible first.
Oh, go collect the submersible.
And then just
Fuck
go on your
weddings.
quest, and maybe you'll get back in time
Is the
for
wedding
wedding
guy. We've done our bit here, and apparently it may not end well. So, I'm saying let's go.
Alvin will inform you how well the wedding goes.
Elvin, it's always good to be seeing you and to have a wedding with you, but also, I've got the fucking boat to get.
So what have I missed so far? I'm sorry.
Basically everything, and we've run out of content because I misspoke and I broke it.
Also, I hit my head.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah, my sister and just kind of goaded me into doing something to make me cause my balance fall backwards and hit my head on the counter.
Oh no!
So
Ow.
some advice, man, taking from someone who has hit their head before. In the future, try not to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be helpful here, bro.
Yeah, I know.
But with that, because we kind of ran through a bunch of content, but next week is going to be you and the Mer King lair that well, not next week, 2 weeks from now. There's going to be plenty of time to make a whole, Mer Kingdom and city and political structure and yeah.
Seriously, though, what have I missed? Like, with the Trevor and all that.
You didn't miss a lot because you basically left right as we solved everything with Trevor, and
okay.
beyond that, we were just figuring out whether or not we're gonna wait for the wedding or not.
So you're not.
Mhm.
The decision was made not to wait for the wedding, to go retrieve the submersible from the Mer King, which you guys will have to do, and then you guys are gonna begin your underwater descent into madness.
All right.
Alright, so, I guess,
Yes,
see you next Friday,
unfortunately,
then.
due to my misstep, we have a very short session, so I apologize. But thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
give me